Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Thea 2, where today we are doing some quests, man. We're making some progress. I did the grinding off camera. Let me just... For some reason, it doesn't show the active quests along the side of the screen until you open the logbook for the first time. Do I still have the Smith's Legacy? Wait a minute, did I not finish this? Go back to the smithy for your reward. I never went and turned that in. I don't even remember where that is now. Well, maybe I did? Because, yeah, when I click on this, it's not taking me anywhere. Ah, whatever, who cares? The smithy reward is irrelevant to us at this point. So, we have lots of good dragon heavy armor. We have just basically equipment. We are fitted. We are ready to go. Boguslava, you can see here, has a ton of health of all three colors, lots of armor, not so good in red challenges, sadly, and kind of not using the right... Oh, that's right, all of our good combat pets are dead, though. If we had a good combat pet, I'd probably put it on him so that he could contribute to reds a little bit better. And then, of course, we have Nimilith. This right here is why I often split the other ring off of our best character instead of using it to create a super best character, because she's already terrifying in every kind of combat, right? So it's good to have her and him together to play. We are still, I think, better at yellow and purple challenges than we are at red, but we do have these good runic javelins now. I mean, you can see here, 15 first strike, 19 first strike. We can get some red stuff done. It's not ideal. We're definitely going to try to lean yellow as hard as we can, but we can get some stuff done. Okay, so speaking of getting some stuff done, let's do that thing that I just said. You find the cabal of darkness that the spirit of light sent you to destroy, and as you enter their circle, they turn to you with their unliving faces and attack. That's one of the worst kinds of face. But then we just stop and we have a nice chat with them. Hey, listen, guys. Darkness isn't cool. There's like an after-school special anti-drug PSA version of this conversation that we can have with them. And look at that. It always works, 100% of the time. Why do you serve them? The days of darkness are long gone, do you not see? Or are we all to be banished only for what we are, and they forever revered no matter what they actually do? Leave us be. We are not giving strength to the spirit you speak of, but simply trying to stay alive. We refuse to be taken by the light. What? Have you not felt the light's unnatural touch on the world, chosen ones? Yes, we serve darkness. Yes, our souls are long lost in the tumorous essence that sustains us. They pursue us fiercely, for once we are gone, the light will have a clear path. Well, obviously we're not just going to kill him. We shall depart. If the light believes you have slain us, we have some time. Do be careful with them, spawns of the gods. We do not like you, but you are needed. They chant something together and dissolve into thin air. Okay, so in theory, the spirit of light is happier now with that outcome. It doesn't seem to have the same immediate effect as aiding the dark spirit does in creating a bit of dark wood, which is a little bit of a shame. Alright, so we got food, we got stuff to burn. I will say we only have one kind of food. Obviously, we can blow this challenge out quite easily. Oh good, a wooden shield. We only have one kind of food right now. This is 30 turns of just fish, so our morale's kind of in the toilet. That's a problem we're going to have to solve. I think this is a total no-brainer, showing off over luck. Showing off against Elf, on the other hand, is definitely interesting. So showing off would gain about 4 damage, versus a 5% increase in perception. And remember, the artifact that Nimilith has does scale off of perception when used for red combat. And a little bit more wits. Actually, 15% more wits. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. Elves are definitely formidable. Like, I am very impressed with the effectiveness of an elf character. It makes sense, given how expensive it is to bring one with you. You find the place where you should look for the lost bunny, but you find a group of armor-clad warriors standing outside a cave arguing. Yep, this is not exactly a surprise, this particular reference. You go in now. No, you! We should just leave. It's our duty to... Oh, just shut up with the duty. I wonder if they have a holy hand grenade of some description. Hey guys, have you seen this? I'm looking for like a rabbit. The armed fighters turn to you, weapons at the ready but not drawn. The bunny? You must be kidding, right? We've been trying to kill the little sod for days. It guards the entrance to a treasure we seek. The bunny guards the entrance, are you sure? Oh, let us not do the whole "a bunny, you must be kidding." The thing is obviously enchanted or something. Unfortunately, one of its first victims was our wise one, so we're stuck. Say, if you help us get rid of it, we'll share the treasure, eh? Alright, let's examine this thing a little bit closer. The bunny is possessed by a particularly nasty... Boy, I definitely looked up how to pronounce that word at some point. Perhaps even more than one. They're all bound to an object inside the cave. You can try to take the thing out of the bunny, then attack the creatures, as it will no longer be deadly. Or you can attempt a ritual to banish the thing, but it will be tough. Yeah, we could do a ritual. We're pretty good at purple combat. We're like super strong at this point. I'm definitely over-prepared. Your ritual banishes the bias from this place, and the bunny is its normal self again. The warriors look at you with respect. Now that is what we call professional. Here, your share of the treasure, rightfully earned. May the sun god keep you safe. They move out, and then we have the option of backstabbing them and taking their half of the treasure too. We got a bunny. It gives 2.8 wits and a 25.6 increase in gathering. That's actually a really good pet. Thanks, everybody. So, we do have advancement points. We don't need them for equipment anymore. So this would be the part of the game where we would want to spend some of those points on... Sorry, my brain is not good right now. This would be the part of the game where we would want to spend some of those points on recipes and make ourselves some more food, but we don't have anything to make food out of. I don't think we even have... Yeah, we have one herb and just fish aside from that. So unfortunately, that's definitely what we will do with our advancement points, but we have to get some other food first. So what do we want to do with this bunny? Who gets the bunny? Who needs an increase in wits? I guess there's no sense in having him have this Kamooch. It's giving 3 max HP. Max HP is not really his problem. And the increase in wits here will be significant. I don't remember what is this exclamation point for? Oh right, this is where the bunny man was. The bunny man finds you on your way. You found him! Thank you so much! I shall come with you and be at your service from now on. Oh, cool. Oh, and Razio gave me this gift for you. Said to tell you thanks and good luck. Whatever does he mean, odd child? Okay, so that just gets you a character. And it's a hunter. And also an elven artifact that we would not use. Bad news, buddy. I don't really have any gear for you. I don't have a lot of spare stuff. He came with a crappy spear and some bad armor. Well, I think we probably have better armor than that for him. It's 15... Yeah, I'm not going to stop and craft stuff for him. He's too underdeveloped. There's basically no chance we'll use him. But we do have some crap we can just hand to him. Here, take this, and then a little bit of weapon block, maybe? And you can be friends with the toad monster. Okay. And then we're out of moves. So we have a little bit of a walk ahead of us. So we just get back in the water. I'm going to knock out the Lightbringer camp here, though. With our Domain of Harmony, we will show them the strength of our mind, a will that will not be bent. Difficulty 7 challenge. We could do this manually. When your character's lost half or more of their hit points. I'm not gonna bother. I'll just take that outcome. It's okay. Yeah, we could have done that manually and we would have gotten a better result, but I don't care to spend the time. So, fruit. Fruit is where we are headed. We'll get there a little bit faster in the boat. Ooh, except I guess we're dramatically over the raft's encumbrance. Yeah, never mind. The raft is almost useless at this point. Okay, 2 perception. Pretty good take for her. Yeah, you're not intended to use the raft forever. At some point, you're supposed to build a boat of your own, like an actual boat, so that's on me. How quickly are we... I imagine we're not regenning too quickly. I might want to... Can you carry this? Yeah. Swap that sanity regen crafting tool onto you. Kind of a weird thing to have found. Actually, you know what we should probably do? I think I've put us in a position where, yeah, we can't really do it this turn. But we should probably split in half, and somebody should grab mushrooms. And we should reconvene and cook up a little bit. So we'll have the best crafters on fruit. I guess we could gather dragon bone. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But I don't really want to gather anything else. Because I don't want to carry granite and iron around. Dragon bone's light and valuable, though, in case we run into some traders in an event or something. Let's work on that. God points still matter. Okay. Let's look at the gathering panel. Show me all the people. So, actually, what I think we want to do is have the hunters split off into their own party. And I want them to be the ones who go and gather the mushrooms, because the mushrooms are at full gathering speed. I want our really good gatherers on... Yeah, sure, take all this and then also some of that. I want our really good gatherers on the berries, because they're harder to gather at the moment. Damn it. Move. There we go. Okay, and we're close enough together that we will still have mutual defense. Alright, give me some mushrooms. We're just gonna take a moment here. We're not gonna be able to get our, what do you call it? We're not gonna be able to get our morale very high, unfortunately. But we can get it up above, like, most of our characters are in, like, the 10 range. It's not good enough. Okay. That's probably enough berries for the moment. Let's go over and rejoin, do a little cooking, and then do the thing. Okay, so pull you guys. Let's see if there's a recipe group that would be good to buy right now. Just thinking we want to make as many different things as possible. Yep, Goblin Recipes have berries with fish as a secondary. That'll work. Berries with berries and mushrooms as a secondary. Honestly, I have 3 advancement points left. Let's just get all of the recipes. I guess this one's not too good for us. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else that's really worth spending our advancement points on at this point. So, different types of food that we can make with our current set of ingredients. We can do a little bit of fish cake. We can do fish and berries in the other arrangement here and end up with a plum roast. Yo, that doesn't sound great. I mean, I like plums, but I don't know. Plum roasted fish does not sound great to me. I guess it would matter a lot which kind of fish you used. Little bit of jam. We're just gonna make a little bit of everything here. We have to be a little careful because we don't have... Sorry, mushrooms are vegetables, of course. We don't have that much of a lot of our ingredients right now. What do you get if you combine fish with fish? Fish. What a surprise. How about if you go... That's not the right recipe group. I will say that this process is a little tedious. I don't know how they could make it any better without removing, like, depth from it, but... They should try to find something. Managing food so that your morale is high is definitely the worst part of the Nomad playthrough. In a town playthrough, you have so much of every ingredient that you can just go ahead and make 500 of each type of cooked food and then not have to think about it again. Yo, I haven't had goulash in like a really long time. Alright, so... I think what we want to do here, I'm debating whether we want to have people... We probably want to have the top 2 gatherers gather a bunch more mushrooms, because we want to have mushrooms left over. And then I'm just going to, like, put everybody on some cooking. We don't even have enough people for all that. Why don't you do this instead? Okay. We'll do 1 turn of cooking at this pace. Not everything got made once, but I don't know that we want everything to get... I don't know that we want things to get made twice, because we're going to stretch some of our ingredients pretty thin. Like, if I let you cook fish cakes again, and you cook plum roast and you make jam, I'm worried that there will be no mushroom salad, right? So, I'm going to pull these two. One. This'll, yeah, there will be enough berries for mushroom salad. You'll just barely get that fish salad done. Okay. Let's find other stuff for all of you to do. So we're going to grab a bunch more mushrooms, and then we're not going to get anywhere near that. I mean, we could just chill for 2 turns. A single research point doesn't really matter, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so do we have a little bit of everything now? Yeah. We could use a little bit more fish salad, a little bit more baked fish. Here's what we'll do. We unfortunately cannot make any more mushroom salad. Okay, and we will chill for 1 more turn here in camp. Okay, we're in a much better place food-wise now. It won't last, but it doesn't have to last that long. Okay, so people should be... We have 10 different types of food on us. People should be trending upward pretty hard, and that's... We used all of our berries. We don't have any berries. So I'm going to have us camp here for the night as we move south, and we'll just grab some more fruit. Okay, morale should be nice and high. Not that we need it for dealing with these Red Ridge dudes. I think this is the Red Ridge camp, right? That's the Slavian village. I wish the markers had words, you know, like they had a name like Lightbringer Spawn attached to them just to tell you what they are. That would solve a lot of the problems. Okay. You done the deed? We tell them... I think we just call upon the demons for aid and attack the bandits directly, right? There's not any sense in trying to trick the bandits for a little while and then doing this. Speak the power word and know that a Karakanza will aid you in this fight. He looks fine. Alright, red challenge is our weakest challenge, but, like, we're so overgeared at this point. You slaughter most of the bandits. Those who survive run away via hidden passages, swearing revenge upon you. You find some goods, even some cages where livestock and people were held. Some are empty, but perhaps a few may yet be occupied. And we found some mushroom salad, some life fruit, that's pretty cool. Ooh, a good piece of mythical jewelry. Yeah, the rewards for doing this were okay. Combat medium armor, that's exciting. You find a horse, some dogs, and several bodies of scavengers, including children, though some may yet be alive. Some of the cages may be occupied, and some of the things in the cages may be alive. The alchemist arrives out of nowhere and looks pleased, ignoring all the bloody carnage. Oh, splendid! My oh my, I never did think you'd go this way. Yeah, I mean, it was sort of against our whole harmony thing, but we're being harmonious with the demons in the cave, not with these dudes. So the cave entrance is now clear. I'll go in first, make a way, and mark it for you on the map. Come join me if you want to find out more about the Shattering. Listen, buddy, I know more about the Shattering than you've forgotten. Wait, is that... Never mind. Okay, some more food. Some more types of food. We are not at our carry limit, but we're getting a little close. Okay, so that's the cave. I don't know who these guys are, but I think we should interact with them. I have decided arbitrarily that we will go and meet them. Angry bandits spot you, and they don't look like they're going to talk. They didn't really spot me. Let's use the power of chatting. Fine, fine. You take our shit and we back away. No need for fighting. No hard feelings. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty good outcome. 2.5 scaling on that quartz battle axe is pretty good, except for the fact that we don't have anybody who would want to use a quartz battle axe. And that's not true. We have, Zoha. Do we want to give her that battle axe over her sword? The thing is, right now, she's scaling she has so much toughness. She's really useful in red challenges as just a blocker. We should probably give somebody this, this mythical jewelry. I'll throw it on the elf. The elf ends up standing in the front line, dumping whatever's in this relic on people a lot. And then we have a hunter who does not have a real pet. We give him a dog. Then we have some pretty low tier dogs on some of our people. We have just a huge pack of animals with us now. Who is the slowest? Okay, we have a couple of people at 5. Yeah, that's a shame. We have 2 people at 5, so giving one of them the horse won't speed the group up. Oh well. That's a bummer, but we'll survive somehow. Somehow we'll get through it. Actually, this high-value gathering tool should probably go on Nimuleth. I'm not sure why it's not on her. I probably had a good reason. Oh, maybe the piece of jewelry that she had on was a little bit too heavy? Difference is 21 pounds. Yeah. The piece of jewelry she had on before would have had her 2 pounds over her carry limit, that's why. Okay. I mean, not that it matters. We're not going to be doing a lot of important gathering at this point in the game. Okay, so we are about to be told that we need to go make some friends. But in order to reasonably go and make some friends, we're going to have to go make a boat. Okay, we want destiny scaling more than mysticism scaling on Anya. Alright. Yep, examine the barrier. Do magic to open the barrier. You unravel the complex weaves. They weren't that complex. Okay. So there's an elf option. Add that you also sense an overwhelming imprint of light here in the spooky living cave. And the source seems to dwell somewhere much deeper. You will indeed need the counsel of an elder. A dwarf will do. But an elderkin master will surely do even better. A burst of light, eh? I'll test for that too, then. Thank you. Yes, a master of your kind, old enough to have lived in the days before the awakening. They may hold such knowledge still. Although I would rather hear it from the horse's mouth, as it were. Dwarves seem inevitably involved in this. But your choice. Okay. You could look for some elder long-ears, that once they're old enough, the likelihood that they meddled in the affairs of the world grows exponentially. I don't believe we've ever taken this path, right? Find them in ancient forests, and who knows, maybe goblins or orcs know something. Just remember to find their villages. Okay. So it seems like we could probably just go to the Elf Forest Island. We also could talk to some goblin villages. There's not actually a goblin village on this half of the Shadowland Island. I think I want to just go ahead and get moving on toward Elfland. We haven't spent a tremendous amount of time in Elfland, and I think our party is powerful enough to do some exploration there. So one thing that we are going to need to do is build a big boat. A much bigger and better boat than the boat we currently own. Apparently we cannot make a ship. What is the actual functional difference between them? So 9,600 carry limit, but 8.4 movement, whereas a sailboat made of the same materials has 10 movement, but only 5,200 carry weight. And we're actually... Hey, we're heavy, but we're carrying a lot of stuff that we can just dump. I think a big boat is probably the way to go, though. Which is to say that we need to get up to that forest on the northern half of the island. Oh hey, a cosmic seed. Well, you know what we could do with that is just build ourselves another... another ring. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to have multiple rings? So what's your deal? You're creepy. You have demon and as such energy disturbed, meaning that wisdom and destiny are good scalars for you. Sure, we'll take the point of destiny. That's fine. Yeah, we could gather up some dragon bone and make another ring out of rune bone. How much was that again? I don't remember how much rune bone we had to use the first time. It is 20. So we'd have to run the rune bone recipe 10 times, which means we'd need 100 dragon bone. That's not unreasonable. We could absolutely do that. Here, don't burn our shipbuilding supplies. We've come across a dwarven settlement spat onto the surface by the Shattering. Through a great tear in the ground, you venture into the ruins of a dwarven city. It has been destroyed, full of rubble and debris, with the skeletal remains of those who perished here violently. You also see what killed them. In the center of the once great place, you see the skeletal remains of a dragon and a giant intertwined in battle. Oh, that's interesting. A couple of burly dwarven fighters stand in the ruins, gathering loot and looking about with angry grimaces. This place is vast. There's enough for all of us to profit without the need for violence. We also could just call upon the light and be like, hey, you're light brothers, we're light brothers, let's just all be friends here, huh? No, let's engage them directly. Really? Just one? Huh. Well, easily defeated. Wow, 2 points of wits for that's awesome. Ah, you have one of those silver tongues, you do. We do our end and you do yours. Who knows who will get the better pick, but it seems fair. Metal and stone be with you. Okay, I mean, good enough for me. We got a bunch of garbage I don't want. Heavy garbage. It's the worst kind. Is there a source of dragon bone up by the wood? There really isn't. That's alright, we'll just, I let go of the button when I apparently had the mouse not in the place that I thought I had it in. Okay, this is a little rough because poison throwing dagger's, like, very bad for him. Yeah, but the game's not going to be that much longer. The XP benefit of the luck is not, it's not going to add up to anything. Alright, hold up. Back up. And let's gather, I guess if we're going to gather over here, we could gather like this. Get some leather. I'm not sure we're going to need the leather, but we might. Come across a group of goblins hard at work over some great contraption. It looks a little like a catapult. You've read about them. Ask the goblins if you're right. Oh, you gave me a fright. One of the 2 female goblins jumps up from reading a book under a tree. Yeah, we're making a catapult, but it isn't just any old thing. It's made from the bones of fallen monsters and metal found in ancient ruins, and tools from our forefathers, and... The other goblins roll their eyes at her, except for one. A bearded, bulky fellow with a bushy beard who sits atop the catapult, covered in bruises and bandages, nods at every word. Ah, right, so a catapult. Do they plan to conquer something with it? Well, we could, that's the point. With the right calculations, it could conquer anything, even a dragon. Another goblin, holding an abacus and scribbling away at some calculations, frowns at her and mumbles. Why on earth would you need a catapult to conquer a dragon? That makes no sense. Well, it was a metaphor, duh. It's not a metaphor. They seem very preoccupied. Let's rob them? No, let's not do that. Do you guys need any help with your awesome catapult? Because that is pretty cool. I want to be a part of this adventure. The last goblin, who hasn't spoken yet, perks up and pulls up his glasses before speaking. Oh, yeah. I joined this lot late, and I don't ever have time anymore, so I know how you could help if you really want to. Take a look at those plans first. I'm figuring since this option requires some stuff to reveal, probably it's a good idea to do. The one referred to as Cax looks up suspiciously, but the others shrug. Sure, not the important stuff, but you can look at some of it. Maybe you'll learn something. Yeah, let's have a look. Cax there is our numbers guy, and he won't stop working, but Avix is worried he'll burn out. We know a shaman who can brew him a sleeping potion, but we never have time to go. Would you fetch it for us? We'll pay. Yeah, sure, I guess I don't have that much going on. So, to be clear, having a look at the plans just gave me a mental blessing? I was kind of hoping we were going to potentially see, like, a gain of intelligence or something. I don't really need enchanted leather. Ah, whatever. So we have to get to... Ooh, do we have enough coal? No. No, we do not. Okay, well, that's a problem to be conquered in the near term. But for right now, let's just get to 100 dragon bones. We're going to have to park here for a little while. Do we want to cook anymore? I think we were probably a little low on ingredients. And you know what? We do have the meat now. So we can make some stuff that requires normal meat. Berries and meat. It's plum roast, but it's different plum roast, remember. And then mushroom plus meat. Makes a different tasting mushroom goulash. And then we have like meat plus fish and fish plus meat. Alright, that's not the right thing. Which is baked fish, but it's, you know, different somehow. We probably won't do that recipe because that's a lot of meat. But you can make some rollata. You can make some plum roast, some of that particular kind of plum roast. The two of you together can make some of this kind of goulash. Okay. That was productive. We have even more food. Yeah, morale's like in a pretty great place, actually. So we probably don't want them... Well, I guess they can't cook anymore. We used all the meat. I think we're good. I'm not going to try to min-max and make sure like everybody's doing something. We just don't have that many things to do. We need to gather 19 more dragon bone. Now, am I remembering correctly that there is no source of coal up here? I am. That's a crying shame. Right, there's a little bit of coal not too far from where we are now. Okay, so that's the thing for the catapult. We will absolutely do that. Yep, I just completely missed. Coal is, in fact, here. And we may as well knock this out while we're here. Free the world of these Lightbringers. Okay, a combat path. A combat path that's usable in all colors of challenge, even. So I think I want to go ahead and keep the bunny on you. Do we want to maybe replace the new hunter's dog with instead a combat pet? Because the odds that we're going to play the new hunter in combat are pretty poor, right? It's a reasonably high damage weapon. I think I'm more likely to use this guy for... Well... No, maybe that's stupid. We should make sure that we give him the combat armor. You're going to only be shielded in red challenges. You should be... Actually, maybe we want to swap with Zoha? Because Zoha's never going to get played into a non-red challenge. And he can just wear her dragon armor. I don't think he has any use... Oh no, he came to us knowing Ghostly Axe and Outmaneuver. Never mind, he's totally ready to rock. Okay, pretty good. We're definitely going to have to deal with the weight a little bit here, but that could be a problem for a minute from now. What is this tree? Is this tree... I can't... I have no idea. That might be the place where the Dwarven Grand Master is, his dungeon, and I don't really want to do that thing. I think we'll take battle orders. The Caraconza is just never going to get used. Feel a little bad for him. Let's gather some more coal. Just a little bit more. Okay. Now we need to start throwing stuff away. Actually, you know, we're overburdened, but we're not overburdened by enough for it to pull us down very much movement. But we should dump stuff. If we're going to dump stuff, we may as well do it now, right? So let's start by... Sorry, this is the screen I want. Start by sorting by weight. And then we're just going to demolish a bunch of garbage. But we definitely don't need this thing anymore. Is that really... No, the sort by weight didn't take. I was going to say, how is that our heaviest thing? Okay, we can get under our standing carry weight pretty easily here by just getting rid of a couple of pieces of armor. I'm not saying that we definitely do want to hold on to an axe, but if we do, that's the one. Okay, so 7 points of movement. Morale is really useful for that. Oh. This isn't at all what I... Okay, so that other thing... I thought the catapult... When I clicked on the catapult thing, it brought us here. Examine the light... And then help the light, because that's kind of the place we're in. Oh, that was just an event on the way to the catapult thing. Alright, you find the cave where you were told to look for a shaman that can give you a sleeping potion. Enter and say that you are here on behalf of those odd goblins. I imagine this would probably go a little smoother if we had a goblin in the party. Ah, them lot. They go through my supply of exotic coffee beans and the wondrous chocolate that I have shipped across the Grey World specially. This is probably supposed to be specially rather than especially. Across the Grey World, you can transport goods via the Spirit Realm? That's actually, like, really interesting information. That would be really useful to know. One cannot. I can. Occasionally. Okay, so it's difficult. I get it. Alright, again, I wonder if we'd have some more options here, if we had, like, a goblin shaman of our own or something. Step on there, face the spirits, feed my ball, and the potion is yours. I'm sorry, what? Well, it isn't free, and I don't need, like, stuff. I need energy. I designed this contraption so that when you fight my ghosts, I get what I need. Go on, then. I haven't got all day. Yeah, well, we don't need to be participating manually in a difficulty 4 challenge. Okay, some herbs. That was a good get. This is not a very high-tier ghost, and I'm not wild about that codex. One of the fly catapult goblins, Avix, approaches you as you make your way back to them. Ah, found you. Good. The others moved already. Secrecy and all that. But we've got the potions, so I've come to pay you. Here, and thanks again. We got some crafting tools that are totally fine, probably pretty heavy. A dazzling gathering tool, which is honestly... It does give a pretty significant group carry multiplier. I don't know if that works when you're on a boat. We're going to try it. We'll see. Okay, so we want somebody to be holding this thing. Anya, your hands are empty. And then... we have to get up to here. But we now have the stuff for this ring, so we may as well make it. We want to do a little bit of refinery. Yeah, let's just go ahead and knock that out 10 times really quickly. 6 turns. It's okay. Not really quickly. I guess we should do this in a place where... This should wait until we're gathering wood. Okay, so... Let's go ahead and break some stuff down, though, so that we can be at full movement again. I guess at some point it makes sense to break down the boat, right? Or the raft. We're never going to use that. Good enough for now. We're going to have to reconfigure everything once we have the boat anyway, so I'm not going to stress too much about it right now. We probably don't want Poison Throwing Dagger, and another level of maneuver makes a lot of sense. Outmaneuver, especially considering that we're committing to yellow challenges really hard. Okay, if you leave now, I'll let you go. Okay. We're all friends here. I'm going to grab the last group of recipes. We're master chefs. So obviously, we want to be, like, right here, where we could be double gathering. Actually, if we went up here, we could triple gather. How many moves is that? It's not really very many, I don't think. The camp is besieged by a group of humanoids lurking in the darkness. Keep calm, and we shall all get what we want tonight. Okay, you will give us some of your blood, and we will not harm you beyond that. Resist, and we shall devour you whole. Listen, buddy. I'm a servant of the pantheon, etc. You couldn't handle my blood. Permanent wisdom bonus on Tobias, one of the people who needs it least. We have a bunch of people who would really love a permanent wisdom bonus. I just say, on the whole, I'm a little unimpressed with the nomad playstyle. It's not very different than the city playstyle, really. It's just a little bit more tedious. Like, the primary value of the city is the gathering and crafting, so you get all your stuff done faster, and then I would say beyond that, the next highest value of the city is that it is an infinite ground where you can dump all your garbage. I really miss that. Okay, let's gather. Let's do a lot of gathering. We're gonna need quite a bit of wood, is my understanding. So make ourselves a nice heavy ship. We want to go like this, right? I think that's fine. Yeah, 8.4 movement will do. It will do. We gotta get to 260 elven wood. Probably. That's not even really that unreasonable to do. And then we have some herbs, so we can cook a little bit. Grilled fish, different than baked fish. I would say quite a bit better. We don't have a ton of fruit to work with, but we can make ourselves up some goblin wine. Okay, and then we could use some herbs this way as well. So let's do each of these recipes a little bit. Do we have anybody unassigned? We don't. Okay. So we want to be careful with our components. We don't want to run out of the components of the food. Gusia should definitely get summon unliving rat rather than brute force. Hopefully that is uncontroversial. Come across a secluded old hut that has seen better days. Okay, we know this. We know the deal here. This should be very, very easy for us at this point. 43 additional mushrooms, actually very welcome. You know what, it strikes me that I probably don't have people assigned in the way that makes the most sense here on gathering. Because really, you two should be split up, right? We should have, of the 3 best gatherers on 3 separate versions of the project. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Because remember, overflow is halved. It doesn't make a lot of sense to just have a lot of overflow. 107. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I do want to swap the cooking a little bit. You know what? Actually, let's make one more batch of each of those things. Now that we're no longer chronically or critically low on mushrooms, we can make a couple batches of fried mushrooms as well. Bringing in 30 or 40 wood a turn, not too shabby. Alright, where are we at on building this boat? We need 2 more turns of that kind of income. And I'm gonna cook some more fried mushrooms. Oh, it's winter. Wonderful. What a wonderful time to be gathering. Alright, that's enough. That's enough cooking that. Let's make some more goblin wine. So I know that the art for our new hunter was linked to the art they used in the quest panel, but I do feel like they should try to avoid giving you characters who have duplicated pictures, right? Because we now have 2 hunters who are identical in appearance, and that is going to make it a little bit harder to keep it straight. Alright, so we probably don't need any more food once that goblin wine is made. We'll do 1 turn of that, and then it's probably time to have some hands start crafting the rune bone. I know it's going to take a little while, because we have our best people on other stuff at the moment, and that's going to continue to be true. But you guys could get started at least. Okay, I should probably... This is the button I want. I should probably tell them not to burn this. So let's get the 2 best crafters on this job. Does he still have his crafting tool? He does. 136 is still our best. Ooh, no. We have a golden crafting tool that is even better thanks to the quests. 18 turns to build that ship, huh? I mean, okay. It's a big ship, I suppose. It makes sense. Well, then I guess we just are gonna hang out here for a while. We don't really have that much food. Karkanza... Energy Disturbed Purple is a Destiny scale, right? Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so do we want to maybe relocate? I'm thinking we could step over there, but then we're going to lose the progress we've already made. I guess it's not a lot. I'm just thinking we could be gathering fish while we're doing this, because we don't need so much wood income anymore. Okay. Now let's make the ship. We're still gathering wood. And we know that we are going to be doing this. Let's just go ahead and put it in the queue. Best crafters on that. You know, I know there's like a lot of magic and supernatural elements and stuff in this game. It doesn't really seem like you could use coal to cook a bone into a totally different type of bone. I don't understand the process. Alright, and now that we've got that done, let's get to gathering. Do we want to... I guess, actually, let's do it like this. She can just gather 10 fish per turn herself. And then whoever's left over can, like, work on research, just so that we don't have idle hands. You can help her fish. Oh, right. The number is, his number's showing up lower because it's reduced, because we're gathering during the winter. Alright, we're going to make ourselves a boat. This is going to take forever, unfortunately. Sometimes it's just like this. Maybe it would have been better to build the faster ship and just throw away a lot of our stuff, but throwing stuff away is tedious. I'm easily bored, is basically my excuse here. I have character flaws, and I refuse to deal with them. Strength is not super important on Nimileth. I think we just go for another point of wisdom. She is terrifying, by the way. So there are 15 turns, 12 turns. We are working on that runebone, aren't we? No. Did I not? I could have sworn I had you two on making runebone. Oh, I did. I just didn't tell them to do it multiple times. There we go. I do still wish you could type in that field. That would be a nice quality of life update. Having to make camp to gather wood is crappy during the winter. This is not the way I want this to be going. Werewolves. We just listen to the thing, we talk to the wolves, we help them out. We always help everybody out. A little bit of Night Demon rep, and sadly, some damage. You have a lot of wits already. I'm debating 2 wits versus the 1 wisdom. I think I'm going to take the 2 wits. Our team is really fast. I just got an achievement called Party Night. What on earth could possibly have... Hold on, I'm actually going to look. What did we do there that was a party? Ah, have goblin wine as food during an entire night. 9 consecutive turns of people getting pasted on goblin wine and seeing the Grey World, or at least thinking they see the Grey World. Are we good on runebone now? We are 3 turns away from being good on that. 2 turns away from being good on the ship. Okay, scales with perception, that's fine. I don't know how useful that's going to end up being, given that he has other stuff to do. Okay, so the runebone is complete, and now we just make our other ring. 3 turns, pretty good odds of not getting a total garbage ring. And we could bump Anya over onto gathering, or actually what we'll do here is we'll have Karakanza help out. And then you can take up the ritual slot. Or the learning slot. Not that it matters. Okay, 3 turns until this ring is done, and then we're going. Been a productive winter. It does always seem like I end up in the rhythm of needing to hunker down and gather resources and craft as soon as winter hits, which is not exactly how you want to be doing things. So who gets this other ring? Who is the next most versatile, powerful character? It might be one of the hunters. Let's see. You have outmaneuver. You don't have a purple ability. Does Slava? No, she also doesn't have Ghostly Axe, actually. That's weird. Well, they're both useful in yellow combat, which is what we're going to be mostly doing. So you're on 16, and you're on 15. Okay, I think she wins. Yeah, that's reasonable. So now she is also a powerhouse. Now we have 3 incredibly powerful characters, but unfortunately, Slava is not really useful in purple combat at the moment. Hopefully that'll get fixed. Alright, let's break camp and break some stuff down. So we can break down the raft now. It is not very heavy, but there's no reason to have it. Not with our ridiculously big ship. And then we can break down this thing, and honestly, we don't need this. This isn't even really very good. Okay, we're under. I mean, we don't need to be under by a lot. So the best way to do this would be to go off the north shore. We can get over here with a single point of movement remaining, and then step in there. This is the first time we've built one of these really big ships. And I'll say this, it's impressive in scale. Alright everybody, welcome to Elftown. If things are going to go sideways, this is where it will happen. We don't have any natural loyalty from them or anything, right? Oh, we haven't even formally met them. Well, let's do that. Let's go formally meet them. 2 parties in the same turn is definitely a danger, but... What is that? What the hell is that thing? They're represented as being difficulty 5. I'm going to come up on land right here. They're represented as being strength 5, probably meaning that the challenges will be around difficulty 5, and we should absolutely destroy any difficulty 5 challenge. An armed group of woodlandkin elves stands before you. Drop your goods and surrender. We do not wish for blood, but neither will we tolerate your presence. Well, if you have no wish for bloodshed, you will yield to us instead. I too have someone in my party with that exact art, and yeah, these should be... You know what, I should have done that manually, because I want to see what that thing was. Seems your brutish nature prevails. We surrender, for we do not wish to harm you. I was going to say that sounds like it has a negative rep problem. Alright, you have arrived on the fabled ancient forest island. It is said that this land emerged from hiding when the earth shattered, much like the cities of the dwarves. So we were on the Elf Island briefly in a previous game, but it was scary and I ran. Alright. Both woodlandkin and forest demons stand as guardians of the evergreen woodlands, hoping to one day regrow what was lost. Creatures of the forest are fiercely territorial, so one should remain on guard. Ancient wood and exotic spices can be found here, like these ones that you already did find. Here we go. This is what I want. I want to be able to convince them that we are friendly, and we're going to do this... It's an elder cone. Okay, I mean, we don't... I guess beyond that, we don't need to really do this manually. He's a woodfolk. Okay, some kind of forest demon. Sentient pine cone. Weird. You seem agreeable. Okay, that's weird. That's strangely written. Undoing a little bit of the damage. Okay, I just didn't want to have to engage with too many of them in the same turn in case things did turn out to be more difficult than it looked like they were going to be. Alright, maybe we should dump some crafting material garbage. Oh yeah, like look at all this stone we have that we definitely don't need. If I'm going to make anything out of stone, it's certainly not going to be anything less than granite. And then we want to keep all the wood. We don't need all this metal. This stuff can go, that stuff can go. We're not going to use anything other than enchanted leather. In terms of leather, don't really feel like we need to be carrying amber or any kind of bone. south of Dragonbone. Okay, that's got us under. Welcome. I am Nayusir, a guardian. I wish to speak to you urgently. It is a troubling time, yes? The Lightbringers, as they have become known, are a sign of Light's dominance, something we feel strongly. I will admit that many of our kind have either willingly joined them, or refused to act against them. After all, we are born of the Light. The support is as widespread as that. Isn't this suspicious? The Elderkin were sworn to uphold harmony and balance. Yes, many of the eldest who survived the darkness, they crave the light. So I believe they are allowing themselves this folly for the sake of nostalgia. Boy, I've seen some of that in my time. Ridiculous as it may be. The council was called as soon as the earth shattered, of course. A swift decision is needed. They are, however, still deliberating. It may take some time to come to a unanimous decision. Well, the council's been deliberating for decades, right? I don't think we have decades. Yes, indeed they have, and it may take a few more to reach an agreement. We have not been this divided since before the Awakening. It is troublesome, to say the least. And, since you are kin, I will say that I find it peculiar how the council knew exactly what happened and the ramifications in such detail. Almost as if one of them could provide an account. Hey, now that sounds like exactly the person that we're looking for. With the world shattering, will they really do nothing now? It is shattering and will continue to do so for a considerable time. These things do not just happen over a mortal lifetime or two. But I did not come out here to offer discouragement. I am concerned that this conflict may harm us, so I would rather help you resolve the matter. That sounds great. I should imagine that you need a new heart to replace the Earth Heart that was destroyed, and ordinarily the forest could provide you with an alternative. But, as I said, this conflict has created an impasse. Now, if you were to prove that an elf took active part in the Shattering, that would shake those old fools in the council and give you the support you need. Okay, I don't 100% understand why that would change their motivations enough to help us, but I will absolutely do it. Did elves do it? Not as a whole, no, but individually, yes, I believe so. There is a young rebellious mage, Aelileth. She has quite the silver tongue. I am pretty sure she has meddled in this. Here, I've marked her hideout on the map. Beware, she has many protectors, and pray you do not fall for her charms. I think I probably have it under control. That was, like, really productive. Also a big info dump. I do want to talk to the Woodlandkin village and see if we can just kind of get on the same page here a little bit more. Ooh, say that you mean no harm and all you want is to talk and visit. Difficulty 9 yellow challenge. How are we? Are we at full health and everything? Yeah, everybody's at max sanity. We could maybe do it. 9's a lot, is the thing. I don't know that it's necessarily worth the risk. We're very powerful, though. And we're very powerful in yellow challenges in particular. Let's try it. Yeah, we could do this. We could do it all day. And I mean, that one maybe would have been a good one to do manually. We could have gotten a better result than that. Whatever. Offer to do something for them to prove your goodwill. Dark magic ever lingers in the dark corners of our woodland. We sense necromancy lurking nearby. Seek it out and get rid of it. Okay, I will do that. So we acquired some research material. We got 5 rep just for even going to that trouble. And our elf is now low on sanity, but she's not so low on sanity that she won't recover in a single turn. So I think the move here is just come down here. I believe it is the case that she'll get back in 1. If we lost her, it would be very bad. Like, very, very bad. And I think I was told by somebody in the comments that people regain their health before the death check at the beginning of the turn. Oh, I should have equipped her with the sanity restoring item. Shoot. Now you are drawn to the site of another of Mokosh's roots. This one is not assailed by light, but it is a mere tree stump that seems barely alive. And yet, despite its sorry state, you can feel an immense power calling out to you. Let's speak to the other plants here. Perhaps they know more. The echoes of the old forest that once grew here whisper of the Sister Tree, a creature later called Goddess and now forgotten. They tell you this root goes deep, deep into the earth, but something from within it is burning it up. It requires energy to stay alive. But you also see a Leshy observing you. Okay. So... how do we want to do this? We're definitely in a little bit of danger here in regards to Nimileth's health. We are less capable of yellow combat right now because I did not manually do that other combat in the safest possible way. So... ordinarily this is what we would do, but I don't think this is a good idea right now. We could offer the entire spirit essence of one of your own kin. Sacrifice the life of some pets. I don't want to give a person's life. I'm going to face the Leshy in the spirit world. We should be able to knock that. Wow, really? Okay, hold on. Let's resolve this one manually. I'm pretty surprised by that outcome. It looks like the Pine Conets probably are not any good at purple combat at all, so it's just this one guy being super powerful. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. So, is Nimileth's Ghostly Axe is our best option here. We do have a powerful Hunter's Mark, remember, so I'm confident we can deal with this to some degree. Hate to just pass. I'm gonna put her down. We'll see what happens here. So he's got a 26 damage attack. I mean, he has a huge amount of health. Obviously, we're not surprised by that. So let's summon one of our demons in front of him. Wow, 4.9. So Slava has a very developed Overwhelm. So we may not want to have her be the one to drop the demon. I might want to have him do it instead. Okay, demon, get out there and absorb a hit. And I mean, do 10 damage. That's not nothing. Then... why is this like... it looks like it's grayed out. We're probably going to want to play a Gusia as well. Yeah, we don't really do that much damage in purple challenges, it's just that we're relatively tough in them. Ooh, hey, that's bad. 28 damage to everyone on the battlefield? Okay, now I see how we lost this fight. So we can nuke the damage of that attack down a bit. But of course he's going to do it twice. I have 2 points left. If we play Nimileth onto the field again, she's gonna get completely manhandled here. But if we just spend our 2 points doing Hunter's Mark, we're hardly going to do any damage. So if we Hunter's Mark again, we would use Zlaslavas, obviously. We could get this down to like 14 damage on each of the multi-hits and 11 damage on the other one, which still means that we're taking 39 damage per resolution phase, which is enough to kill all of us in the first... yeah, we can't... I don't even see how to win here. We just can't, we can't do enough damage. We could play Boguslava onto the table. He does have Shield Leech. Yeah, I think we have to play more damage. Then we're talking about 38, 52 damage, or 53 damage during each of the resolution steps. So we're gonna everybody who is currently on the table is gonna end up massively negative on purple damage, or on purple health. and this guy's going to have taken very little overall damage. No, we just can't win the fight. Ooh, you feel your divine soul burn from this. Jesus Christ. What the hell? Okay, well that's a huge amount of pain and suffering there. So Nemelith gets a little bit of recovery. And where'd that other one go? Didn't we have... I wonder, I think I may have disassembled the second thing that gives sanity recovery. I mean, I hate to say this, but it kind of doesn't matter that much if Boguslava dies because he's the Chosen. Wait, is he the Chosen? Yes, okay. He's the Chosen, and we have a couple of people that we can afford to lose in his place. It's kind of not that big of a deal. I do wish that there was a way to speed up sanity recovery. Yeah, see, like, despite the fact that we are at or significantly above the threshold, that is the morale threshold that should be needed for that regeneration, because these people have low sanity, they're below the regen thresholds. They're not getting any benefit from it. That's really frustrating. I'm curious what strategy the auto-resolve... It might be that the auto-resolve just does math and doesn't simulate the battle at all. I'm curious, like, how we could have won that. Because it doesn't seem like it would be possible to beat that guy. You would have to Hunter's Mark him, like... You'd have to play one character, and then Hunter's Mark him 6 times, or something, in order to get his damage down to the point where it's not just going to kill anybody that you're up against, or anybody that he's up against. I don't know. We are over the hour, so I think, at the risk of leaving you in suspense about who's going to die, I think we're going to call it here for today. It turns out, never powerful enough. So come back tomorrow, next time, to see if we can pull out of this nosedive. It just turns out Elf Island is really difficult. And we'll see you then.